I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is September 16, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So we switched over to the next contract. We were in Z. We're using Z. But we said yesterday we drew out a very logical plan here with and I did this from the video of the closing. Said that we would retrace and then push back up for another top, right? What we did today is in Asia and London, they just kept pushing up, right? They kept pushing up and they came up here. So guess what? That idea here starts here. I mentioned that we would even come into maybe the first imbalance of yesterday, which is obviously Monday. Right, you can see this little green thing right here. All right, so I'm doing. But guess what? We already pushed up here. So where's the next level of interest below a little bit? Would be the PM session's first imbalance. And then I said that we would want to retrace and then buy back up and then try to make another high and raid for tomorrow, setting up tomorrow's situation. And then we'll see when they sell on the 18th or 19th. And today is now the 16th. So what did we do? Baby, listen. We all the way up here. I'm already coming down to sell into this opening range gap sealment. All the obvious liquidity from above here. And then bingo, you have this guy right here. You have the Asia low that is not taken out. Equal lows with this pre-Asia. And projection here, I'm just using the bodies. You can see 2 to 2.5 down here. And then this is going to be a fire ass fucking video. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to run right into it though. You can see I got it right here. On the 4 hour, we have a bullish imbalance, right? And on the right side, you can see we have this 1 hour imbalance right here, right? See that? So we're playing around pre-930 and we're tagging it, right? Before I look for the sell, I'm obviously already looking to sell down regardless what happens. We know that we're retracing. We need to retrace. We've been expanding. So we're looking for a retracement. This is also a possibility of a reversal. So you have two things, a reversal, which is an expansion together. You can see it's a straight down candle because the opening range gap is here. So I understand that logic. Number two, it's a retracement. We don't know which they're gonna do. If it's the double top that I was depicting, then we can still come down here to then buy back up, right? So you got two reasons to sell here, and this is how I fierily do it. If that's even a word, that's a bullish inversion. But you can see we have this 4 hour. I'll drag it out after this trade. You'll see me. Oh, it's right here. You can see it. But this is on a smaller time frame. This is a 15-minute. It's already happening up there. Balanced, so could be a reversal or still just a retracement. Either way, I'm still selling it. Look at the beauty here. We're tagging it, and then look at this, 9:25. The program kicks in. Boom. Get this stupid candle down. What do? Well, we've been tagging that fucking 1 hour imbalance, first of all. Number two, we turn around with this stupid bearish candle, right? And then we leave it in inversion. We pop right back up into it. Can't make this shit up. That's an inversion. I want to hit that as a sell because I'm not bullish from here, obviously. So what does it do? Breaks down again. 930 pops in. Immediate rebalance right there. Seals it to the tick. We pop in again. 50%. Hair above. Next candle, 933, taps the low. This is a language. Boom, pushes down for the first imbalance of today. And you can see I got the PM session down here. But in this trade, my only goal, I don't give a fuck where it goes, is to come into these three locations first. This is obviously the 50%. And on the left-hand side, you'll see a -1. That's what this circle is right here. The next level obviously is the 25, the last bottom 25%, and that is coupled with this 1.5. Oh, beautiful. Then we push down, and what's my third? I'm just still holding it. We're gonna so much to talk about. You got this beautiful up candle. We're using it. You can see it even at pop in, but look, yeah, it tags in, but it's still underneath this area. And then it wicks down and the body's down here. You see that strength creates a swing high, breaks down, another imbalance. We come right to it. We seal it again perfectly, just like that, but in a different way. They put the little drives up. These are the drives down. So it pushes down straight algorithmically to where? That's not a random place. So how could it specifically tap that and react right there? Come on, baby, let's go. And then obviously right here, I'm circling it this way because here's the sealment. I'm already knowing we're coming underneath that daily gap, and I have a high probability that it's going to be an area that we're going to be stuck to. You'll see it later, and we're actually fucking in there now still after moving around. But the sealment is my minimum here, and then I have the -2 here, right? -2, and then that low, Asia low, and that's exactly what we're doing. I'm squeezing it out. Let's go, baby. What do we do then? What do we do then? As you see, we come and we seal that right here. So at this point, I know that we're you can see the candles, they're still there. We push up, then I mark the candle there. Then I have this one also here. I'm marking that. And then now here's that 4-hour inversion to the right side. What are we doing? Well, we're also underneath 50% of it. That's exactly what you want to see coming down. Then you come over here and now we're tapping from underneath it. And then now we have this candle right here. You can see that line coming in. We miss it by a hair, and preferably you want to hit by the open, but sometimes it'll hit that. So this pushes down again, and then they're just sweeping, trying to get you to buy. And sure enough, I do take this buy right here. Initially, I take this buy right here. I'm trying to snipe this so I can come up, see if it'll roll through, because what did I tell you? A, we're bullish. B, I wanted a retracement. We got that. I want to see if they will now push it up. Okay. So this pushes up all the way up here, right? And we get back into this candle. Now let's just imagine if I drew this blue line here, put it back on the open. Okay, you see that? Which is also what? It's the 50% of the opening range gap. So I'm buying it. I'm trying to see it push way through. Comes right back. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is a problem. Shouldn't be this low if we're really bullish. Then what does it do? Pushes back up right here and stops on a dime. I'm like, no. So I understand that this could be a lower high, and then we could be selling down. But I decide to keep holding it, and then it fails on me right here. The price should not be coming down here again if we're bullish. Okay, fine. I made a mistake. I knew I was off sides, and I have to continue with the lower lows and lower highs coming down. Where? Well, obviously you could see where now I switch bias, literally. I mean, not bias, but short-term bias. Literally switch knowing I'm wrong. And then what does it do? Well, it took me out right here, right? Then it pops up. Again, we're using this as support. It might use as resistance later. I'm talking about the daily gap. Well, we hit 50 here and it was stuck there. So that was already sign 1. Sign 2 was me the break. Then we're pushing back up. Now I'm looking for the sell. Right, because now I'm going to get back on sides. It pushes up. Now I'm highlighting this candle. Look at the open. We tag it. It's the bottom of the fucking 4-hour inversion. Boom. Shoots down. I'm already in that bitch. Shoots down. And then it pops back up. Look at the discipline here. Pops back up. All right. Now I'm highlighting this candle. Comes up. Look at the open right there. And it wicks right in and then comes right back. Notice how it closes right there. Notice how I'm fucking in this trade and my stop loss, well, eventually, earlier it was here, right? And doesn't take me out. Why? Because now I know we're making a new low, first of all. And number 2, I have my PM first and balance, and also a projection that I did right here. You see this little swing because I knew we broke it right there. We came back in. So now I'm measuring this. I'm trying to get into this 1 and 1.5, which is coupled with this. Notice how I have this guy here. And then what am I doing? I am selling it from up here for the leg down. I let it come down here, Doesn't hit that one. That's why I'm still holding, because I know it's going to come there. Retraces back up all the way deep. Where? Now I'm highlighting this candle. Did you see how he tapped in there like that? Look, tap, come down, all the way up. Now what am I doing here? I'm highlighting that wick. Instead of highlighting this candle like this, talking about this candle right there. Talking about this candle right there. I'm highlighting the wick. Can't you see I'm highlighting the wick? Can you see how we smacked it and we rejected? These are all lower highs. You put a fucking trend line and I don't give a damn what you do. But that's the logic. And I'm still holding it. Came up, still holding it. Now, what I could have did, I could have took this out and then tried to get back in here for a sell. I could have did that too, right? Or eventually here. But, and notice how we're here, right? With that daily gap. So I decided to hold another drive. And boom. Why? Because I know I want to get here. Where's my circle at? Can't make this up. Where's my circle at? Right there, right? Underneath that one, obviously that low, but then we're getting into this. Now we're getting there. I'm squeezing it out, right? Watch what happens next. Watch what happens next. Notice how we didn't touch it yet. We tap it, but I want to get into this 50%. Watch how fucking specific I'm being, okay? Because I don't think I need to make another video after this. Once I take the trade out here, what does it do? Comes back up. Look at all these little lower highs that they're little internal. I'll show you the structure in a second. I'm trying to tag this bitch right here, and then you can see we have a 1 minute imbalance, the bearish one right there. It's in between right here, and then I have the blue line highlighting that up candle. Okay, boom, it's tagging it. Look at the bodies sitting underneath it. Look how we're tagging that level. And then guess what? I get in. Why? Because I want to come in here. What did I do? I took it right in here. Bounces and then comes into this inversion. And then now we're tagging the 50% of yesterday's PM session on the 1 minute candle. We hit the 50% twice right there. What am I doing? I'm squeezing out right here. Why? My objective is pretty much done. You're going to say, well, are you going to hold it for this? Nope. Let me show you how I do it. Bam. Hold on. Don't get lost. Don't get lost. Wasn't this where I got out and it hit the 50% twice on that first imbalance? Then what did I do? I bought it. Why? Because I know that this is now down. We've already accomplished a lot to the left side. Look at the body sitting in the 2 to 2.5 and the 2.5. That's why I wasn't worried about this guy no more. Why? Because I could see it respecting perfectly. And then I'm betting on the basis of look at the body sitting in that 2 to 2.5. So once we came down here to hit the 2 to 2.5, we retraced back into the 1 and 1.5. Then we made another leg down. We came back into here more specifically, and then we pushed up to where? Back into that 1 and 1.5, which is present time, and I'll show you in a second, but you're not seeing it in this chart. Look at the structure. Move, sell 1, retrace, lower low to lower high. Sell 2, retrace. Sell 3, you see me do that. Retrace, or is it going to keep pushing up? Now, we're on this side of the curve. Notice how I have the red in here. This is the structure inside this movement. So you saw me catch this sell from here to here. Then you saw me catch this sell from here, up here, to down here, which in this case will be in the red structure for a second, right? And then it bounces up to this area, and then I sell it for the finale, literally to the finale, right? So sell 1, sell 2, sell 3. In this from here to here, okay, I have this move down and this push back up. I could have got out here. I just told you earlier. I could have got out here and then re-entered here to then push down. And same thing here. Take it out here, come back. Now it's in the red structure. I could have sold it here, which I did sell it here. All right. And then come down. Then from here, I want to buy it to go where? Well, liquidity, first of all, to come back up. So look how this lower high, lower low, and we shift right there. Boom. See that little speaker? I have that bearish and turning into an inversion. I didn't drag it out, but I'm showing you it's right there. Yes, it wicks out just a little bit right there. but it's all holding right there. What am I doing? I'm just trying to get back to where? When I take this buy, how did I get into this buy? You see this candle? Pushed off. See how hit it 2 times on the 50%. This candle right here. Boom. It's so strong. It pushes up. I'm already immediately entered. And then this next down candle comes in and wicks and hits the top of that candle. Notice how it did not hit the open. You're going to say, well, don't you want it to hit the open if you want to enter? No, actually. Because if it's bullish, it ain't going to hit the open. It's just going to hit the top of it. That's what it did. Notice, I'm going to show you this. Notice how it tags in, it pops up, and then it retraces all the way back here. My entry's here. I'm already in. Why was I not shitting bricks? Because I have my initial stop loss. Once I took this trade and it popped up, I'm in a key level. Pay attention, key level. All right, I know we're going to do a run back. And then the stop loss is initially at the open. Why would I leave it at the open? Should have put it a hair lower, but because there's a gap here. But why would I do that? Because I don't want it to hit it. And if it's going to hit it, it's probably not right. But it tags in, and then my stop loss is here now, underneath that wick candle. That right there. You see that little guy? This little guy right here. You can see this, right? What does it do? Drops back in. I got my stop loss. I got my stop loss now at the break even. While it's coming down, and notice how we don't fucking hit it. And what do? I'm taking it back up. And I'm showing this screenshot right here on purpose. Because from here, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what am I doing? I'm catching move 1, 2, 3. And then I'm catching move up for... Okay, so move up 1 from the left side of the chart. That's an expansion. Coming down is the retracement. That's move 2. So in this move 2, there's these 3 cells that I predominantly see. For bullish and I want to see it come up, well then now I want to see, so move 1 up, move down 2 for the retracement, move 3 for the expansion. I'm trying to catch an expansion. Don't know if it's going to happen because obviously tomorrow's news. So I'm going to be out of the fucking shit anyway. So I'm not holding any trades. Doesn't matter. So I'm taking a solid trade. Look how I take it. Where's my first target? Why is it right there? Why is it right there? Why do I have the first circle here? Because of that fucking daily gap. We're probably going to consolidate around it. We're actually still there now while I'm doing this video. Okay, number 1. Number 2, what's this right here? See this? See these guys right here? See this imbalance? See this little U push up? Right? This imbalance, and then there's this liquidity right there. It's underneath the daily gap today. So my target is that. Why? Because I know we're coming up here. Because this was easy to sell. Period. And we come up, we get outside, and now I have to trail it. Boom, we tag the 25% of the opening range gap, and it has liquidity sitting right there. I could have put another circle here, but it didn't matter because why? I wanted to come here. But if I didn't make it there, I didn't make it there. I was done. Why? And why was I taking this trade here? What time is it? 12. So what am I doing? I'm buying a reversal for lunch. Now this could be a retracement because it's going to want to hunt liquidity for lunch. So it did that. That's what I'm doing here. Right? So I went to lunch, went downstairs, chilling, and I'm watching this, not take my fucking shit. I'm laughing. And then I don't know what it's going to do. It could have went straight fucking through, right? The day would have already been done, right? Because I'm not going to be looking for sells or buys anyway. But this is specific. This is time involved. So I'm taking it down to the lunch and I'm reversing with it. Now, why am I screenshotting it here also? Well, we hit the 25% with this little candle here. Took out them guys. And I want to come here. Why? Because it's the negative. If I'm measuring from here to here, with the break, right? I'm measuring this 1 to 1.5, which is the low here. The -1 I want to hit as my minimum target, and then the second would be right there by the 50%. Notice how that circle is underneath the 50% of it, right? Because I don't know if it's going to go up or is it going to be another lower high to drop down. I gave you structure here. Down 1, 2, 3. The buy could be a retracement for another sell to come back down, which would be sell 4. I don't know what's going to happen. I know the possibilities, but when I come down here, isn't there a buy that comes up? Yeah, I took this buy to come up. This lower low to lower high, I took this buy. This failed. So I got back on track, right? So 1, 2, 3, and each one of these has a buy. 1, 2, 3. But right here, when we get fucking here, I don't know what's gonna happen. It could go up, it can come back down. Watch what we ended up doing. As you probably know, remember we're sitting in that 1 and 1/2. It used it, saved it, kept it, 2 to 2.5. Now when we get over here, look what come on, bro. So I know the possibilities and the options, and look what we did. I got out right here. That guy right here. I got out right here. Why did I do that? Number one, I'm already tired. Mental capital is already gone. I don't care. I've already did what I came to do. Number two, we have tomorrow's situation. Number three, look what they did. They decided to come back. Now, what if this kept going? Would I not be pissed if I didn't take profit? Number one. Number two, it came back and then it bought at a support pretty much right here, right? So it pretty much tried to take out some of these guys. If you do a little fib, this is your first fib this way. I'll just do this. All right. I could just do that. Look how it dips in. It hits the 70 to the tick, right? But then that range, once it pushes up, when we got here, I understand it either it's going to go through or it's going to be buying back up again. Was I a part of me buying here? No. Could I buy? Yes. Number three is very tough. Number four, I knew what they were doing though. Number five, do I want to be involved? No. For what? To come up here 5 more points? Okay, so take a look. So then I'll just move this over. Right, so this is what, to explain this flow here, I'm going to put it here. Notice how this is sitting at a 61 to the tick. To the tick. You don't think they want you to, you don't think they want you to fucking buy it. First of all. And then guess what? Playing around. You don't know what's going to do. It did go to my fucking target, didn't it? So this leg is panning out more. So move 1, move 2, and then move 3. You're trying to move up, and that's the general flow, right? But notice how we got here, and then we took back down to the sealment, to the tick, came back to the 50, to the tick, rated them, right? And then made another higher low, and then boom, now this thing broke. So this, when I'm screenshotting it here, is this going to be a lower high situation that they're trying to build up here while they took out some of these guys to then roll over again? Why? Because this could have been a reversal, or the retracement's just still not done. And we have some room that we can go to. Maybe we can fill into this 4 hour right here. But this is how I played it. And notice how I'm not involved. And I'm watching live streamers go fucking nuts. Buying, selling. Dude, this is very specific in what I'm doing. I'm not getting lost in any of these candles. The logic is, yeah, I had a situation here. And guess what? I resolved it. Boom, came right to a specific place. I'm not buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here. You're not doing that. I'm flowing with structure to keep it simple. And I'm using algorithmic levels to get there. And whatever, right? So, just fire, dude. I don't know what else I could tell you. It's just fire. And look, we're sitting right in it, in this conversation. I made the fucking video here, started making it, and then we still are here. So this is the point of why I said fuck off when I got here, right? Did it need to be right here? Was I right? Yeah, I was right, right? And I could have still been in the trade, right? But now this took this out. So now you might say, well, they're going to make it, they're not going to make it easy for you to get up there. So you see how this now comes into a 70, right? By the way, overbought here, overbought right there. I was also getting out on the overbought right there. And thought about even selling it back a little bit. But then what's that going to do? It can create me to overtrade, be on the wrong side, get married to something, and then you don't want to fuck with your account. Turn off the fucking chart. Okay, this is what consistency looks like. Leaving shit on the table, who cares? Did I take losses today? Yeah. Were they small? Yep. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Anyways, so if in my idea to pop up and then retrace, well, again, Asia London pushed up first to maximize more up here. Then that flow started. Well, I don't know what they're going to do here, but that's why I'm not also involved. Could I have bought this for an expansion? Yeah, sure, I understand, but it's not going to happen. I'm not involved. And then look at the daily. All right, so right here, oh, another reason how I was involved was well, look how we tagged that imbalance on the 1 hour. What was I gonna say? It was on was it a 5 minute or a 15 minute? No, never mind. It was here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was here. Oh yeah, duh. I've already mentioned this. So that 1 hour. See how we look how we tag in there. See that? We just did that here. So right now it's so you're gonna ask yourself, is this a reversal or is it a retracement? Well, we don't know in this scenario. But notice how the price did not take out this down candle here is low. Um it's a pretty dirty price action here, but you're still using that imbalance. Um on the overbought here, coming down to here, can there be room to come to the downside? Sure. But, it's, I'm not involved. Look at dollar also helping with, well, not originally helping, um, but still coming down and it's exposing the buy while this is still coming down. So what did they do here? They just time distortion. This is just time distortion. All right. So, you're not really anywhere else here. See a little speaker there? So this is telling you fuck off, right? Because they're gonna do what they're gonna do tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you're fucking position here or if you're position here. This shit's gonna be chaos. So this is the decision making of being done. And I don't want to sit here all day either, right? I did what I came to do. Now the probabilities are gonna be changing once this time frame is starting to come in, right? Just fire, bro. My price just went up. Just so you know, it went up. Went from free to free for now. Look at that. We had higher lows here. I'm sorry, higher highs here with Nas. Then we had lower highs here. And then this one right here. This guy right here. See how Nas? It's a lower high here with this candle, 930 and 925. Lucky for us, right? And then if you look at S&P is 930 is higher than the 925, and you'll see the 930 is higher than the 925 on Dow. So boom, I was already in it from that inversion, remember? But that was helping with the trade. Then we came down here. Then we had a higher low. We had a higher low here, right? And this is when I get out. I'm done selling all the way to the last fucking drop. Literally. And then I bought it back up. Boom. Came up. And then here, at first, it bought up because this was a higher low. These are lower lows. And then once this rated up here, and this is a speaker, once it rated up here, notice how these are lower highs. And then it sold down. Right? I'm not involved. Fire. And then Dow, they're retracing still. All right, so it looks like we're a little slow to the party. Maybe we can come down again, because that's why I was done and didn't think that maybe it was going to keep going all the way up for us. Because when you see this break, right, you obviously know that it can create drives down. Well, it was already down here, And they decided to, instead of going up, they decided to come down again to squeeze out more of this breakout shit, right? I think they've done a good job here. I think they'll want to be buying from here, but again, tomorrow it doesn't matter. I expect it to raid. Obviously, the first move is going to be fake. The second move is going to be the real move, and then after that, I think it's going to turn around, as we've been discussing. So there's nothing new here. You got to switch the chart to Z, because if you have it on you, you're going to see a bunch of gaps. That's a lack of liquidity in the chart and in the asset. So we switched here. Pump dump. Here's a pump dump. For us, it was a sell by sell and or a dump pump. Right. So for here they gave it a pump dump. So pump dump and then fucking going sideways. This is bearish structure though, for sure. I'll tell you that. And is this going to be a issue where? And I changed the chart so you can't see the all-time highs to the left, but I know we didn't hit it in the old chart. But usually end of the week we'll just sell off anyway. But look, this is a gap up and came back. This is going to be interesting. On the continuous chart there, they fucking came up though. So I don't know. So yeah, clean chart, all clean, no markings. Pretty much just drew a little bit, and then that's this scenario here. So it's still a bearish week, but this is the best buys underneath that week. So that's really the real question. Is this? I think it's going to be a shakeout because when you have FOMC rates, which you can see is speakering, and then because we expected, the 17, 18, 19 to create the high and then sell off into the following last 10, 11, 12 days, okay, then to me, it would mean that we would turn into a bearish candle at the end of all of this week. So they're, trying to act like it's still, bullish with, like, it's kind of like they're already telling on themselves here. 31 minutes, fuck. So anyways, S&P, they expanded also in Asia, London, and then they retraced back. Where did they hit? They hit that guy right there, hit more of the breakout level perfectly, and then they stopped. This is a strong candle. So it is alarming for a maybe possible reversal. But again, this FOMC shit can do anything. So in the general speaking, we want to see it start rolling over. It can happen now, but I don't really see that. I think they're going to come up one more time to then turn around. As I've been talking about that here, this is pretty much dump pump, sell by sell. So it starts to sell by sell, right? Then it retrace back, and it's not looking good. That's for sure. It's pretty ugly price action there at the end of the day. But guess what? I wasn't involved. So is this body gonna hold this for it to come down one more time in here? So tomorrow, and then Nvidia was also not really pretty, but when it came back, it also came back down. So this is, to me, it's like they are giving the signs that they're tired and they're ready to retrace. We'll see how they do it. But the seasonal data shows making another high in these next 2-3 days. But hey, they could slip the rug now. I don't know. Not involved either. So, what was I going to say? The last thing. What's today? Tuesday. So, does this hold as resistance and make another leg down? Here's my options. They're not really different from what I've already drawn. So, what I've drawn is pushing up. We pushed up, retrace, popping up. Right now, you got to move this drawing back up higher. And then once we get up here, which we did here, but we come up again, then we break down for those next 10 days after the drop, and then get into the end of the month. End of the month is down here, we should be buying back up. That's the general gist. Now, if I'm going to draw it, can't make this shit up, man. But, okay, so, God. If we're bullish, we come more. This is a possibility of coming up and then coming back in, maybe doing something like this. Even that'd be sick, and then and then rolling over. Okay? Selling back down and fucking draw it. And then let me draw. I should have drew this. Fourth quarter, like this, the end of September, right? All right. So if it doesn't do that, then I would expect it to just go straight up first. All right. I don't know. Okay. That then it would just go straight up first, and that's it. There's no other way to really do this. Big figure. You never know. I mean, they could really push it. I mean, if I was, I'd really push it, get that premium that they really wanted, that price up here, and then just consistently sell, and everyone's like, "What the fuck just happened?" But in reality, it's just all a pullback. It's just an expansion and then a retrace. So, I don't need to say nothing else. But guess what? I mean, we handled this shit like a boss. I mean, I'm mentioning it yesterday. Literally, I just, didn't know Asia London was going to just keep pushing up. That flow of pushing down and buying, that happened still. That still happened today. And in a perfect world, again, I would like to see this hold and then just push up. I want to see Asia London come up, but then, whatever they do, it's not worth it. But in a perfect world, I like to just see this go up, right? That was the drawing that I did, the retracement and an expansion. Now, unless this is a reversal candle, then this would be a reversal turning into an expansion, down, expansion, then retrace. And this is all a fucking retrace to then expand back down that way, right? That would be the logical thing. You guys take care. God bless.